Jump failed. We're still in Earth orbit, but losing altitude rapidly.
Not long ago, we were prepared to fold space and explore our universe. But something went terribly wrong. We ripped a hole in space, and it emerged. The melding. And everything changed. 5 years have passed. Earth as we know it is no more. Almost completely rewritten by the melding. This new world holds many dangers, including them. The Chosen. A race spawned by the melding to destroy us.
What's up, guys? This is DizzyPW with MMOHuts. We're inside of the Red 5 Studios headquarters finally after 3 years. We've been waiting for this. All right, so Firefall launching for real this time, and better than ever, it's not the Firefall we remember. And we've got the CEO here to tell you a little bit about what the launch is going to be like.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, we really appreciate your support, and we're excited that you guys are tuning in to check out Firefall. It's something we've been working on a very long time, and it is our dream game. We're a bunch of hardcore gamers down in Southern California, and years ago, we set out on a quest to build this game, and it was really about bringing together the high action-oriented combat experience from shooters that we had really come to enjoy and appreciate, along with all of the social features, the massive, open, vibrant, beautiful world, deep character progression in the story that we've come to really appreciate from MMOs. And so we are now proud and excited to share that we will be launching Firefall on July 29th. We'll be releasing on Steam, so you'll be able to go straight to Steam to download Firefall and play. Firefall is an absolutely free-to-play game, so you can download it and try it out absolutely for free. Invite your friends, check it out. There's a lot of functionality that we're adding here at launch, and so we're excited to share a little bit about that with you today.
So big thing that people complained about in the beta was there wasn't much of a story. It was kind of like go out, thump, get resources, come back. Now there's actually a story going in, not just the comic book, but actually built in the game. Can you tell us about the mission system that you're introducing with the launch?
Absolutely. Yeah, so early on this year, we all, as a team, we circled up and we sat down and really laid out a plan for what it was most critical to complete for launch, the core part of the experience, the core part of the game. We also wanted to make sure that progression and crafting was much more approachable than what we previously had in beta. So if you're a returning player, you'll notice quite a few changes to core systems, to progression. We've introduced levels. So now each of your 16 battle frames can be leveled up. All battle frames are accessible from one character, so you're not having to switch characters to switch your classes. You really can just switch out your equipment to change how your equipment works, what abilities you have, what weapons you have, and so on. But back to your question on story and the missions, one of the big additions to our content for launch is the introduction of Ares jobs. So as a player, you're joining the world of Firefall as an Ares pilot, joining the Ares initiative, and you need to kind of work your way up and basically earn your stripes, earn your respect by the army, by different organizations, different companies, and you'll be given higher and higher classified jobs and more critical missions to actually help push back the melding, help fight the Chosen, and help save Earth. And a lot of this content is delivered to you in the means through the means of an Ares job board. So as you advance through the world, you'll have access to new outposts, new towns, new cities, where you'll be able to actually be given missions for the local citizens or the local military or for various corporations. And this has introduced a huge amount of voiceover to the game, a huge amount of story. We've introduced a lot of new characters and really a lot of the backstory that we've long had but haven't actually told in the game.
And now, just to be clear, because I know you guys are used to the free-to-play level of quality, even these jobs are voice-acted by the main NPC characters, aren't they?
Yep.
And beyond that, how about the new instance missions where they're going to be going behind the melding and seeing what's going on out there?
So we have a couple big instance missions. One is we're introducing the complete Chapter 1 campaign mission, and this is designed really to be playable by yourself as a solo player, if that's how you prefer to play, but also with a squad of 5 players. And we've really built Firefall from the ground up to be a very social game. We want to make it easy for you to play with your friends. So you can join up as a squad and go play a campaign mission in an instance. We also introduced hard mode so that if you're a max level character and you want more of a challenge, you want to ratchet up the difficulty and the rewards, you can go back through and play the campaign missions on hard mode. Now, I think what you were also talking about was the raid, perhaps?
I was not, but let's talk about it now.
All right, well, let's jump to the raid. So we had an opportunity to take a little bit of a sneak peek at 20-man raid. We have not shown anything about this publicly yet, so today was the first day that we kind of gave fresh eyes a look at our 20-person raid. And it's a very lengthy, army-size encounter where you're actually pushing back the melding and uncovering this entire continent. You're building repulsors, you're pushing back the melding, and you're taking the fight to the Chosen. And the Chosen are this aggressive alien race that has invaded Earth, and they will stop at nothing to destroy mankind. And so as a group of players, you're uniting to actually take the fight to the Chosen, take it into the melding, and take to their base, and it's a very epic 2+ hour experience. It's a lot of fun.
It made me sweat. I'm not going to lie. It's nice and AC'd in here, and it was really intense. You got to be on your game. It's definitely end game content where you have to play through to the end game to be ready for it. The other thing I want to talk about is the big surprise that you're bringing PvP back into the equation.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And you're
That's
not
right.
just doing it in this tiny instance,
No,
are you? No,
no.
you're keeping true to Firefall all the way through. Tell
Absolutely.
us what your plans are for this big open PvP.
So honestly, we're going back to the initial design of the game. Back in the early days, our plan has always been to implement a PvP remnant or a continent, an entire massive zone where it's a free-for-all. Players go in, they fight for territory control, they collect special rare resources, and just duke it out for domination. So we're introducing a remnant called Broken Peninsula at launch, and it's a massive continent that players can jump into. You can join as a squad or join with your army. You're put onto a team, and those teams can then unite to go fight to take back outposts. Each outpost is comprised of various buildings that give you mechanical benefits on the defending side, such as the barracks provides you with NPC guards and a spawn point. The armory gives you turrets that you can go and deploy around the base, as well as repair kits to go repair buildings that have been destroyed by attacking enemies. The power station turns on electric powered force fields and all the other buildings. So if you and I are going to assault an enemy base, the first thing we'd really want to do is take down the power station so that we would have easier access to the other buildings. The most critical building of an outpost is the command center, and this is the heart of the base, where you want to actually infiltrate, get into the internal workings of the base, the command center, and hack their terminal. And that's actually how you take over an enemy outpost.
And I don't want to take up too much of your time, but the one part I thought that was really cool about this is the way that you're doing dynamic scaling of servers and how that's going to apply to make sure that you get put on the team with your friends. So how does that work exactly?
So there are a couple things, and this actually goes back to how we built the game from the ground up. Our basic architecture, our core tech is built around the idea of making it easy for you to play with your friends. So unlike maybe the more traditional MMO model where you're tied to a shard or a realm or a server, and your friend may just happen to have picked a different server and you can't play together without a character transfer or whatnot. In Firefall, all players have access to. You can join your friends. You're not tied to one server. But we have logic in place to really help facilitate building a community, building the social aspects of an MMO. And so we remember the last server you were on, and we tend to prioritize putting you back on the previous server so that you're seeing other people in zone chat that you're familiar with and you've gotten to know over the months and so on. But we also look to see where your friends are and where your army mates are. And we prioritize putting you on a server where your social circles are to make sure that you can have the most fun possible playing with your friends.
I could talk to this guy all day. I love seeing a CEO with this much energy and enthusiasm for his game. But we're going to do you one better. James Blonde's going to be hopping into the game about 2 weeks from now. He's going to be checking out the launch version, the beta, and he'll let you know before launch just how good Firefall's gotten. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.
I'm Admiral Nostromo, the leader of the Accord, and I need elite soldiers like you to join the Ares Initiative. You'll have access to 5 battle frame classes, each with their own strengths. Assault. Dreadnought. Biotech. Recon. Or engineer. Fight isn't going to be easy. We've got the battle frames to stop them, if you have the will. Trust in your fellow soldiers. Alone you will be heroes, but together you will be legends. The choice is up to you. Are you ready?